r/AskReddit. Were you ever that 1 in 1 million? If so, what's your story? I had 8 wisdom teeth. The dentist had never seen anything like it and called the whole office into marvel at my teeth. Edit. Can't find the x-ray, but I still have the teeth at this image here. Found Shark Boy's cousin. We're gonna need a bigger boat. For my 7th birthday we went to Disneyland. They just happened to be having a car a day giveaway when we were there. For my 7th birthday, Mickey Mouse gave me a Pontiac Firebird. Do you still have the car? Nah, since I was only 7 at the time, the car went to my mom. By the time I was old enough to drive, it was scrap. I was struck by lightning while talking on a landline. This was in the early 90s. Lightning struck the telephone line and traveled through the handset to my ear. My parents drove me to the ER. I couldn't talk very well. My brain knew what I wanted to say, but my mouth didn't want to say it. I had a terrible stutter. My doctor told me that I had had a dose of good, old-fashioned electroshock therapy. My speech was normal the next day, but I get a terrible headache whenever a thunderstorm comes through. Edit. Auto cucumber. Edit 2. Thank you for the gold. I am allergic to the cold. Like literally. I get intense hives, swelling, I pass out, and throw up. Doesn't even have to be freezing. Below 45 degrees without a jacket and I can't do it. I have to carry an EpiPen with me in the event that I drink something too cold or have a severe reaction. Edit. Thank you kind stranger for my first silver. Please tell me you moved somewhere warm. It's been 4 hours. I guess the winter got him. I slept wrong one night and pinched a nerve in my neck so severely. I lost the right side of my body. It just went silent like it wasn't there for months. I woke up in the worst pain I've ever experienced and couldn't talk, move or do anything. The ER doctor thought I was having a stroke. My doctor had never seen a case as severe as mine and it was purely a freak accident. Recovery took months, but I have use of my leg and hand again, with some numbness. Other than pain and spasms I'm mostly back to normal. Not sure if this is a blessing or a curse, but I'm an extremely tall human, 7 feet 3, yes really. Not sure how rare that is, 1 in 1.6 million of being over 7 feet tall, 1 in 2 of being asked how's the weather up there. The appropriate response is, it's great. How do my balls smell down there? 1 in 2 of being asked how's the weather up there. But 7 in 8 chance of being asked do you play basketball? I have completely unexplained hearing loss in my left ear. I had a cyst in it when I was 6, and the surgery to remove it and fix the ear was successful. When I was about 12, I woke up one morning with a killer headache and ear ringing, and after 3 days it went away and so did my hearing. Doctors did multiple examinations and an MRI and they said it should be totally functional. It just isn't 1 in a million case. I once guessed a 6-digit random combination on the first try. It was the only try I planned to give, as a kind of scratchpad whatever moment. Literally 1 in a million. What was it? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Edit. Can't believe my most upvoted comment is a random number. Amazing. That's the combination on my luggage. I was in 2 separate car crashes in 2 separate cars in less than 45 minutes apart. Edit. I wasn't the driver for either crash. First car was hit from the side. Friend came and picked us up. Car lost traction and we slid off the road and hit a pole. Neither was that bad, just poor timing. I was 2. If you count the ambulance. Someone pulled out in front of me and I hit them because I had no time to brake. Had some bad back pain so an ambulance took me to the hospital. On the way there, someone pulled out in front of them. What kind of cluckwit pulls out on an ambulance? Diagnosed with an extremely rare liver disease, primary hyperoxaluria. Some 300 people in the United States currently have it. Basically pass a lot of kidney stones and need a double transplant to fix. Edit. Whoa. Just woke up to a whole lot of questions and support. Thank you all very much and thank you for the gold. Smiley face. Edit. 2 goals. Nice. Also I should have been more clear. When I say double transplant I meant kidney plus liver transplant. Edit. Sorry for another edit, but I really just wanted to thank every single person who replied to my answer. So many times I lose myself in my own mind and feel alone, and the fact that I received support from strangers helps me so much. Some people even offered to donate. Wow. Just wow. It's hard to express over text, but I will forever remember this. Also, I wanted to say to check up on the people around you. I may look like a normal person. I don't have tubes running from my body. My head may not be bald, but I still suffer mentally. And you know, kidney stones, haha. Just check up on your friends and family and make sure they are doing okay. Thank you everyone. Smiley face. I've got the middle toes on both feet webbed. So did Stalin. Quack. This feels like a fun fact but at the same time a threat. Agree. That's a significantly menacing quack. My ex was struck by lightning several times and lived. Died in a car accident though, so not as lucky as he claimed to be. Being struck by lightning once isn't lucky. Being struck by lightning multiple times is lucky. If you get struck once and survive, you know God has a plan for you. But when you get struck a second time, you realize what plan he has. Edit. My first silver. Thanks. I was on Tinder and was talking to this guy. He was supposed to meet me for dinner. I texted him and no answer. Then I texted him on Tinder. Said that he couldn't make it. However, I got a text back from the number. It wasn't the guy that I thought I texted. It was the actor Gerard Butler. I thought he was lying until he FaceTimed me. Nice guy. Edit. Well, I didn't think this post would blow up. First, I didn't go on a date with him instead. He lives on the West Coast and I live on the East Coast. I didn't keep his number because I respect his privacy. When he FaceTimed me, he was super casual and asked me why I was using Tinder and he wished me luck on it. Hold on. What? Had 2 11 centimeters benign tumors growing in my spine, resulting in gradual paralysis from my chest down. They had no idea how the tumors formed. Surgery took 11 hours when they thought it would take 4 because the tumors were so complexly woven throughout my spine. I now have pretty much half a spine and chronic pain, but I'd take that over losing my life from paralysis and being unable to breathe. Prayer hands. Got a rare but potentially deadly rash from a medication. I laughed when I first saw the bottle with the warning, and said knowing my luck I'd get it. I did. Ended up in a burn unit with my skin sloughing off. Sad face. Not a fun week. Not sure about the odds on this one, but I survived a non-survivable plane crash. I was on an old PO, -2, famous for being very safe and uncrashable, on a tour of the desert in western China when I was like 7. My father's friend who hosted me and piloted the plane didn't survive, but somehow I got out with a concussion and apparently passed out for almost a day in the middle of the desert, in the wreckage of the crash. 50 kilometers from the town airport, on the edge of the desert. The people who found me were some tree planters. They plant greens in the desert to protect towns from sandstorm. A lot of people live in these desert towns in China do this. Found me on their way picking up a shipment, and the only reason they looked was because they were making a bet on how fast the egg would cook in the sand and went off the road to test. No idea on the actual numbers, but I was born with 12 fingers. Identical extra digits on each hand. Edit. This blew up, so some backstory. I no longer have the fingers. My parents elected to have them removed shortly after birth. There was a video of when everyone found out, but my aunt has lost it over multiple moves. The fingers were functional and would have behaved as if they were part of the intended 10. I have a scar on each pinky from where they were removed. As an extra fun fact, my older sister had 2 extra toes that did not actually grow and show. They found this out in high school when she broke her foot and they went in for x-rays and found that she has extra bones in her foot that just never grew out into the toes. I own a Lego minifigure called Mr. Gold. This particular minifig was to celebrate the 10th series of the Lego figurine line. They are sort of like grab bags. You can feel for them but you don't know what minifigure you're really going to get. So because they were celebrating they thought it was a good idea to only make 5,000 of these. Anyways, when I was younger and even now I was really good knowing which figures they are simply by looking at the figures pieces and feeling out those pieces. I really like the minifigures cause I thought they were really cool and unique, so I really wanted Mr. Gold, and me and my mom hunted for it for a long time, but after a while I gave up. Then one day I was at the Lego store and felt a distinct diamond piece and freaked out. Finding this figure was a downright fantasy. I'm 18 now and still want to relive 12-year-old me's pure joy as he opened the packaging. Edit. Thanks for making me Mr. Gold twice. Also 2 words. I was diagnosed with leukemia. I got a bacteria growth which killed the leukemia, a real 1 in 1 million chance. Edit. I almost died thanks to that bacteria though. Edit. Thanks for the silver and gold, kind strangers. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more Reddit stories like this. Until next time.